This video, How to Fox-Proof Your House, is the second video in our 7-part series of our ultimate guide on how to raise pet foxes and keep your sanity. Hi Fox fans, welcome back and thank you for watching our Fox Life with Pet Foxes Guy and Anali. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and turn on all your notifications so you know as soon as we post new videos. I'm Christina and my husband Dara and I created this channel so people are aware of what life is really like living with foxes. Foxes are fascinating and clever animals, and little did we realize before we brought Guy and Anali home what we had to do to fox-proof our house. We quickly learned what worked, and we're here to share that with you now. Before we brought Guy and Anali home, we prepared a playroom for them so they were not stuck in a cage when we were away. We made sure to give them their own space. We painted the walls an outdoorsy blue, placed a nice large woodsy graphic on the walls, and even had potted trees and a sandbox in their room. But then things started to get a bit crazy. The curtain got pulled off the window and chewed. Their toys and blankets were getting torn apart. They started scratching at the walls, and they also started to rip the graphic off the wall. Their chewing persisted, and they broke apart several litter boxes. They also would frequently claim each other's toys by peeing on them, and this of course ruined the carpet. We got them a playset where they could climb and hang out and have fun, but they soon destroyed it. So we tried another playset, and just like the last one, we would go in their room in the morning to find the tower knocked over, chewed up, and destroyed. We soon replaced the carpet with vinyl flooring and the litter box with a heavy-duty bin from a local farm store. We had a cabinet in their room to store extra blankets and other supplies, but that didn't last long. Not only did they, and I mean Gaia, rip off the back panel to get inside of a locked cabinet, they eventually were able to jump on top of the cabinet, and one morning I walked into their room with it completely knocked over and smashed open. So now Fox supplies are in another room. After much of the woodsy graphic was already torn off the wall, we installed paneling to protect the drywall from their scratching. We also installed curtains that only covered half of the window and were out of their reach. Dar built a nice wooden platform with a fox box and tunnels below where Guy and Anali could hang out and sleep. But not too long after, Gaia, being her bossy self, claimed the box as hers. She'd yell at Anali and boot him out. So we added another box, making sure to have a divider between them so they could each have their own private space. But of course, Gaia still tries to claim both fox boxes as hers. Foxes should always be supervised when they're out around the house playing. You want to be sure that they're not chewing on electrical cords or ripping apart your furniture. It takes a lot of consistency to safeguard your house from being destroyed by foxes. We don't discipline Guy and Anali for their natural fox behaviors, and we don't expect them to act as a cat or a dog. But we do set boundaries and correct them if they try to excessively scratch, bite, or tear apart our furniture. We also put our curtains up and out of their reach when they're around the house playing. Foxes will get into everything just like a toddler. They'll help themselves to someone else's food and pretty much whatever they want, even if they know they're not supposed to. It usually just takes a firm no and diverting their attention to something else with a treat or a toy. However, foxes are very persistent. If they want to do something, they will keep trying until they tire of it or look for something else to fulfill their curiosity or boredom. Foxes love items that are not theirs. They like to steal our shoes, slippers, socks, and towels. So watch out for these little thieves. They'll quietly and quickly steal what they want and run off laughing about it. You'll want to be sure to block off parts of your house where you don't want your fox roaming around, or where they'll be unsupervised. Close doors and use a gate to keep your fox in designated areas. You may need to also close off access to behind furniture or wherever they may be able to chew on cords. Do not leave any cords exposed. Bury or cover them wherever possible. We've gone through a few phone chargers by accidentally leaving the cords visible. It only takes a fraction of a second for you to turn your back and a fox will chew right through any cord. You'll want to anticipate and be ready to make repairs or make modifications to your house whenever and wherever necessary. It is very difficult to outsmart or catch a fox, so prepare ahead of time. You'll also want to use latches or strong Velcro to seal your cupboard doors closed. But again, foxes are very persistent and they'll use their little fox fingers to get into whatever they want, especially when you're not looking. For their first year, Guy and Nellie were continually getting into trouble, but by us having much patience and consistently supervising them and not allowing destructive behavior, they are far better behaved. But of course, they're not always innocent angels. So as you can see, a lot goes in to make sure your house is fox-proof. Many fox parents have outside enclosures where their foxes mainly stay, and this works well for many people. It is important for us to have Guy and Denali in our home so we can continue to strengthen our bond and have them as part of the family. You can help us raise awareness on the emerging domestication of foxes by sharing our videos with your friends and family. All of your favorites are in our complete official collection playlist. Stay tuned, our third video in our ultimate guide is how to care for your fox.